Good morning. Don't mind me, this is unscheduled. Just wanted to play with my Gigaminks. I'm working with my diagonal centers on the Gigaminks. It's done with Formula B. Finding the whites all around the sphere and moving them upward. It's Formula B. Line up from the bottom. Up, up, down, down. The two columns are on the face. I start with the white cube on the lower. Bring something down, up, down, down. I have not done the tips of the stars yet. I've only done the arms of the stars. I will answer any chat you guys want. This is the time to ask me any questions you have. Because I'm just playing. I have no ulterior motives there, hopes. Now I'm doing the reds. Here's one. For the oblique, for the diagonal stars, I go from the down. I line up these ones or these ones, and it's top row and these two columns, with the cross being the interaction being where things happen. Okay. I have the hiccups. See, let's see here. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, so white center is done. On the cube, I always say I don't spend time looking for the right piece. I just find a piece and throw it. While I'm spending a lot of time looking for the right piece near and on the minks. The minkses are done. It's still Formula A and Formula B. The ABCube method works just fine, but the order of operations is different. So white center's done, red center's done. I'm doing the blue diagonal centers. I've done the arms around the center, the arms of the star. Because when you do Formula B with the center, and one of the columns is the center column, it has ancillary effects that you have to pay attention to. So I just do the star parts first. with the exception of that I just feel like doing the centers before I do the star tips so that they can float freely. The sides can float freely before I start pinning them down. Looking for a blue center, diagonal center. I know it exists. It's got to exist somewhere. I just can't find it. Alright, I'll come back to that blue. I've done the white, the red. I'll go start working on the yellows. And I'll come back to the blue when I need it, when I find it. These two. Here's the yellow. Here's yellow. Here's yellow. All right. Up, up, down, down. When you use these two columns, you're moving this centers. When you move these two columns, you're moving the corners. And you can't just go directly because there's too many faces. So you have to kind of hop from where it is to where it wants to be. These two. And yellow, last yellow. Okay, white's done, red's done, blue has a piece missing, yellow's done. Let's do work with orange, with purple now. Up, up, down, down. These two, up, down, down. Here's purple. The stars help me keep track of which columns I'm on, the arms of the star. Okay, white, red, blue. Is my blue going to show up yet? There's my blue. Here it is. Haha. I found it. I found it. And you just have to jump. Okay, so white's done, red's done, blue's done, yellow's done. And for purple, here we go. Okay. These two. Up, up, down, down. These two. Up, up, down, down. Okay, white centers are done, red centers are done, blue, yellow, purple. Now we do green. There's two more. Here they are. Here's one. Up, up, down, down. And looking for, there's a green. There it is. There we go. Bring the pink down. And the last green. So all the bolds are done now. Bold centers are done. Okay, white and the bold, so white goes face down. Now I'm working on blues done. There's yellows on top. Let's bring the yellows down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Okay, there's an orange. Let's get up where I can work with it. Up, up, down, down. Okay, so oranges, why not? Up, up, down, down. Greens, bringing them down. Do 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 do. Okay, orange is done. Green has one more. Pink, yellow, and blue. Centers are all done. Now I do as if I'm doing this. So first I'm going to do the white star tips. Bring it to the top, bring it above its color, drop it down, and slide it. There's a green. Bring it down to match the center and drop it down. I'm pretending to use gravity with white is down, face down. Just letting things. I saw some monkeys running around floating around the top of the zoo, and this reminds me of them. Okay, so the tips of the stars are done for the white. Tips of the white stars are done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking for them. Here's a white and green. Line up the green. Drop it down to the white. 1, 2, 3. Here's a yellow. Match the center. Drop it down. Here's a red. Bring it over the red. Drop it down to match the center and swing it to the white. Got 1, 2, 3. 2 more to find. Here's the white and purple. Drop it down. 1 more. We're looking for the white and blue. I never looked for pieces on the cubes, but I do on the Minxes. Okay, white tips are done. Next thing is the white corners. Bring them above where they want to be. Drop them down, and sexy move, or smooth move, to drop them into place. Which is the inverse of, which is the upside down of A. So I could just use, A by putting the white on top, and then formula A, the 1 row, 1 column, out, down, in, up. It's the same move. I'm just demonstrating that A and B is still all you need to use. What did I do? I lost it. No, it's not. It's right there. There it is. Okay. So white is face down. Purple and yellow. Drop it down. Blue and red. Drop it down. One more white. Bring it above where it wants to be and drop it down. And then I'm going to do the white corners here as well. Okay, bring it above. Dance it over to above where it wants to be. It's white and yellow and blue. And then formula A, or up, yeah, sexy move to bring formula A to bring it down. Yellow above yellow and purple, drop it down. Okay, white, red, and green. Drop it down. It's so easy to line up, you guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're looking for 2 more. This one goes over here. So where's the green, white, green, and purple? Here it is. Bring it down. And then over to the red and blue spot. And the white corners are done. White tips and white corners are done. Okay. Next thing to do is do the double bold tips, edges. 1, 2, here's a red and green. Bring it above where it wants to be. Drop it down to match the center, determine its direction, and first column, second column, formula B. Okay. Purple and yellow. Above the purple and yellow, drop it down to match the center, determine its direction, and formula B, away, beginning with away. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, looking for a double bold. Here's a blue and red. Up, up. I categorize the colors as those that are touching white are bolds, and those that are touching grays are pastels. So, and I'm going layer by layer. So here's a blue and yellow. Up, up, down, down. So this is one layer, this is one layer, this is one layer. And I'm using the center layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more of the purple and green. Looking for it. There it is. Bring it to the top, over, down to match the center, then up, middle up, down, middle down. Okay, so the second layer is done. I'm going to do that layer on this one. Is yellow and purple. Slide it down to match the center. It's going in this direction, so it's this column and this column. Up, up, down, down. There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Purple and green. Bring it above the purple and green. Drop it down to match the center. It's going in this direction. So first column, second column, top row, away, up, up, down, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We've got more to do. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta find a double. Here's a blue and red. It's matching. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Here's a red and green. It's going in this direction. First column, second column. One, 2, 3, 4. So we need the yellow and blue. Still looking for the yellow and blue. Here it is. Bring it to the top. Bring it over. Swing it down and drop it away up and up, away down and down. And so now these both have the white tips, the white corners, and the bold, double bold tips. The next step is to do the two double bold corners. Have 2 bolds and 1 other color. So this one, yellow and purple are bold, so it matches the orange and slides down. There's one. Purple and green are the bold, so I line up the blue. Drop it down. There's 2. Line up the pink. Drop it down. There's 3. Okay, blue and yellow. Bring it to the top. Line it up to the green. And drop it down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just need the red and green. Is the only one left to find. Here it is. Bring it to the top. Line it up with yellow and drop it down. Okay, so this corner is done. Let me do that with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, red and green are bold, so I line up the lemon and drop it down, so that's 1. Blue and yellow, bring it to the top, line it up with the green and drop it down, that's 2. Line up the pink, drop down the red and blue, that's 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, so we need the purple and green one still. So I bring that here, line it up with the blue, and drop it down. So those corners, so the side tips and corners, white side tips and corners are done. And that's this one, these three. All right, we're leaving the edges for last. The next step is to do the single bold edges, because there's one bold and one pastel on them, so anything that doesn't have gray. So here's a pink and a red, bring it above the pink and the red. So I can either move it to here and then to here, or I can prime it and move it, this one down to above this corner. Again, Formula B, and then set. Here's blue, okay. Prime it to land above the blue and pink lands above the blue and pink. And the first up, first down, middle down, and then reset. This one has a gray, this one has a red, so it goes above the red and yellow. It's going to land right here. Up, up, down, down, and then set. This one's two pastels, a gray, here's a yellow. Bring it, line it up above the corner, up, up, down, down, and reset. Double pastel, gray, 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 double pastel. Here's a purple. Bring it to the top, bring it above where it wants to be. Line it up with this, up, up, down, down, and reset. Okay, one blue, bring it to the top, blue and green, line it up to match the center. It's going above this corner. Green and yellow. That's going to land here. Up, up, down, down, and set. Okay, so this corner's done. This one's not. We've got more to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a yellow, the prime yellow. So it's going to land here. Okay, this one's going to land here. Gray, double, okay, double pastel, double pastel. Oh, okay, so we need to see, this corner is done, 1, 2, purple and blue is what we're looking for now. Here's purple and blue. Bring it to the top, bring it over, line it up, Formula B. Do, 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 do. Last move, and set. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's done. Let's do it on this one too. Yellow to green. It's going to land above the yellow and green something corner. Up, up, down, down, and then reset the corner. Into pink and red. Okay, above the pink and red, it's going to land there. Up, up, down, down, and reset the corner. Okay, blue to the green, first column, second column, up, up, down, down, and then reset. Okay, and here's a blue to pink. This one's just going to land above this one. And then reset the pink face. So the pink is done. This one needs to be flipped. I'm going to throw a garbage piece, a gray piece, into there to flip it, so I can place it correctly once it's on the top. Okay, and then there's the red to the yellow. See, it's going to land right there. Place it properly. And then set the yellow face. Okay, so the yellow is done. Blue side is not yet. This one, alright, this one also needs to be flipped. So throw a garbage piece in. Bring it to the front and place it correctly. And then reset. 2, 3, 4, 5, purple. Okay, it'll land above here. Up, up, down, down. Reset the blue. Looking for tips. Yellow to the orange. First column, second column. Reset the orange. Okay, so orange is complete. Yellow and green is not. That's 1, 2. Okay, so we've got more to do, more to find. Here's the yellow and green. Found it. First column, second column. And reset the green. Okay, green is complete, pink is complete, yellow is complete, the orange is complete, so we just got to find one more, the green and blue. It's right here. Up, up, down, down, and reset the blue. Alright, so that layer, the corners there, that layer is done. The next step would be to set the perimeter edges, and I am going to do that, even though some of them are going to displace when I work on the top layer of the centers. But it's at least it's visually helpful, so I'm going to do it. So purple goes down to the purple side, blue comes down to the blue side. Okay, red goes down. One, 2, 3, 4, yellow. Okay, so the bold faces are done. I'm going to do the same thing for here. So I'm going to do the second, these corners. So I'm looking for a single bold here. The red goes above the red. And I'm going to drop this one down. Okay, that's set. Purple goes above, purple, blue, and orange goes above here. Drop this one down to 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that one's done. Green goes down here. 1, that's done. Blue goes over here. Again, this is not the fastest way or the shortest moves. Okay, so that corner's done, that corner's done, that corner's done, that corner's done, that corner's done. So these are comparable, except for this one has edges, this one doesn't have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the top side, the gray side star pieces. Okay, so find a piece on top that doesn't have gray, line it to the center, drop it down. Gray, gray, not gray, line it up, drop it down. Okay, not gray, line it up, drop it down. Okay, gray, gray, not gray, line it up, drop it down. One, two, three, four. We need one more. It's placed incorrectly, so I'm going to throw a garbage piece into it. Bring it back to the front and drop it correctly. And now this layer is done. Let's do the same with this one. Gray, not gray, line it up, drop it down. Formula B, it's all Formula B. Gray, gray, not gray, line it up, drop it down, up, up, down, down. Gray, not gray, line it up, drop it down. Gray, 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 not gray, line it up, drop it down. Okay, one, two, there's more. Okay, gray, gray, not gray, line it up, drop it down. Is that all of them? One, two, three, four, five. Yes, it is. Okay, the next step is to do the centers, the top layer tips, star tips, center edges, not centers, edges. I know words. And that is going to offset some of these corners, and that's okay because we expect that to happen. So if the pink is lined up, the yellow is as well, and as is the blue. So everything is already in its correct place. It's just that these two need to flip. I can flip two adjacent cubes by moving this, by working with these three right here. One, two, three. I'm going to drop this, offset the left so that it's here, and then I'm going, so I'll do that. Offset the left, move those three, and then bring that back to the top and continue same row, same layer, and offset that so that I can do then Formula B to the left. And then reset the right to the right. I said left. I know words, I just don't use them properly. And so now all of the tips are correct. Some of the sides some of the corners did get messed up, and that's okay. I'm going to find a piece on top that wants to go down. This piece wants to go here, and these three pieces will move. So I'm going to, actually I'm not going to move this piece. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Okay, so I'm going to move this piece over here, up, Formula B for corners, down, down moves these three, and so this is in the correct place. It needs to be flipped. I'm going to do that as I come to it because it just makes it easier for me to see visually what's going on. So I flip them with Formula A. I need the cube that wants to be twisted, and another cube to finish out the 6 set, because I have to do this Formula A in 6 sets so that the rest of the cube does not get hurt. So out, down, and up 1, out, down, and up 2. It's not correct yet, so I got to keep going. down and up 3, out, down and up 4. Now it matches the side around it. Slide it out of the way to protect it and keep going with this one. Out, down and up 5 and 6. So the rest of the cube is solved, is the way it was. And then I reset my top. And so that's done. This purple one wants to go here. So I can move it here and then here, or I can line it up and set it down and then reset my gray. Here moves that way. And then reset the gray. And then I'm going to twist this one and finish with this one. Formula A again. 1, 2, slide. 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest of the cube is the way it was, and I reset. So that corner's correct, that corner's correct, that corner, all of the corners, all of the equator corners are done now. So doing the corners doesn't move the centers, the edge pieces. So I'm going to do these ones now. So this one's in the correct spot, this one's not. This one wants to be here, so I'm going to move this one here by moving these 3 corners. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Now these 2 are correct. These 3 need to move. Formula B. Okay. Everything's in the correct place. 2 of them need to be twisted. Formula A once. Formula A twice. Slide the top to protect it. 3, 4, 5, 6, and set the top. So the same thing here. So I look at only one of them has the gray on top, so that's the one I'm going to line up. So it lines up the orange here. I need to bring the green forward here. So I need to bring the green here. I can, if I bring this one forward here, this one will go. So I've got it. I'm going to bring this forward over on this side so I can bring it towards it. So I'm going to offset my right. So that's going to bring this here and then here, and then I'm resetting it, and then I can bring it forward. So I'm going to do Formula B twice here. 1, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and then I reset my right. And now Formula B to the left will bring this one forward. Offset the right, B to the right, and reset the right. And so now everything is in its correct color and correct orientation. So I did offset some of my side pieces, some of my corner pieces. So let's put this one here by moving these 3 pieces. Okay. I'm going to twist it using this corner and this corner. Formula A once. Formula A twice. Formula A 3. Out, down, and up. Formula 4. Slide the top to protect it. Keep going. I have to finish my 6 set. 5, 6, and that means the rest of the cube has not been affected. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The green corner is the one we need to place next. Okay, let's bring it above where it wants to be. Going to bring it forward. These 3 are going to move, so this one will be here. These 3 will move. Formula B for corners. Up, up, down, down. Okay, it's turned correctly, so I don't care about it. I care about it, but it does not require my attention. And so reset my top, and now I just have the last 5 corners to set. This one is not correct. This one wants to come this direction. None of them are correct, so it doesn't matter if I move this piece. So I'm going to move these 3, which puts this piece correct. Formula B for corners does not move the tips. Okay, and now this is in the correct place. This one is not. This one wants to. This one's in the correct place, but this one's not. And I need to move this one over here. So this one's going to have to move 1, 2, 3 times to get this one over here. Up, up, down, down, again, up, up, down, down, and then one more this way. I had to rotate the cube because the top, because otherwise it would have gone back to its beginning. Okay, so this is in the right place, this is in the right place, this is in the right place. Everything is in the right place. They all need to be twisted. So no matter where I start, I'm going to do formula A until the gray is on top on all the sides. It's going to be a multiple of 6, but I don't know how many multiples of 6. But because it's a multiple of 6, the rest of the cube will not be affected. So that's 1, 2, slide, 3, 4, slide, continue, 5, 6, slide, there's more, I gotta keep going, 7, 8, slide, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ta-da! And then reset the top. So this is as solved as this one can be, but it has edge pieces as well. I did the star pieces, the center pieces before I started. So all that's left now that this one's done is to do the side edges. And I'd go layer by layer. I start with white. 1, 2, 3. This one, white and blue, wants to line up with the white and blue, so it's going to land right here. These are the 3 pieces that are going to move when I use formula B of this column and this column. Up, up, down, down, and then I reset my white face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No more whites there. This white wants to come down here and land where the yellow face is, so I'm going to set that up. Okay, and so I offset the white. It's going to land, these 3 are going to move, but I don't want to move that one because it's already correct, so I'm going to offset the right side, so these 3 are going to move, and then I'll reset the right. So up, up, down, down, set it, and set it. Okay, these ones aren't going in the right direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so nothing on this side that I can work with. So I'm going to work from the top down. I find a piece on top that has a white on the side, the rim. I'm going to offset the gray until it is above where it wants to be. It wants to be, it's the purple and white is down here, purple and white. So I'm going to bring this down by moving it forward onto the purple side. Okay, reset the gray while I think about it. And then it wants to come here, so I'm going to move it to the side, and then it will come forward. So up, up, down, and you're only ever moving 3 pieces at a time. Okay, and then bringing it forward like this. These 3 pieces will move. I don't want that one to move, so I'm going to offset it to protect it. Up, up, down, down, and then reset. Okay, on top, white piece on top, I want it to be on the front, not the top, so I'm going to bring it forward using formula B. Okay, and then it's above the white and red, so I'm going to bring it down to the red and then offset so it can be brought in. So I'm going to bring that in and then down. I'm ignoring the other one because I can place that later. That's 1. That's 2. And then it wants to come forward like this. So these 3 corners, these 3 edges are going to move. Okay. Another white piece on top, white on the gray side. Bring it forward so it's on the edge, not the top. Okay. Bring it, offset the gray to bring it above the red. Going to bring it down by moving it forward. Reset my gray. Move it to the side, which primes it for coming down. And then it wants to come right there. So these three pieces are going to move, and that's fair. Just Formula B over and over and over again from this point forward. There's no white on top. Okay, there's no white advantageously placed down here. So I'm going to find a piece of white on the side, and I'm going to bring it to the top where I can work on it. So I'm going to move these three pieces. That will move this piece to the top where I can work with it. Okay, so here we go. It's white and green. Offset the gray to move it above the green. Bring it down by bringing it forward. And let's just do it twice and then reset the gray because it's easier to not get distracted. Okay, I've moved it twice. Now reset the gray. And now it wants to come forward. But again, these three pieces are going to move and I don't want to mess this one up. So I prime the red side, bring it forward, and then reset the red side. Looking at the gray again, nothing there. Nothing on this side. I can move up. So let's pick a gray. Okay, let's see this one. Wants to. The easiest way to do it is to bring it up to the gray side so that I can work with it. So up, up, down, down. Let's do the rest of these at the same time while I'm here. Wait a minute. I don't want to move that one. Yeah, let's not. Let's just do it one at a time. I'm getting confused. So bring it forward with Formula B. And then above the white and blue so that it comes down and lands on the blue. Up, up, down, down. Once more. Up, up, down, down. Reset our gray while we're thinking about it. Okay. And then this one wants to come forward like so. So these three pieces are going to move. Okay. Here's another white. Here's the one that's on top. I'm going to bring it forward so it's on the side, so the white is on the side instead of the top face. Okay. Offset the gray to bring it above where it wants to be. It's going to come forward and then down. That's one. That's two. Reset my gray and then bring this one forward. We don't want to move this piece, so we offset the gray, the purple. I know colors. Up, up, down, down. Reset the white, and purple has already been reset. So we're getting there. We've only got two more white pieces. Here's one. Bring it forward. Okay. Offset the gray by lining it above the purple. Bring it down into the side. That's one. That's two. Reset the gray. And then you want to bring it forward. Don't want to mess this one up though, so we offset it. Bring it forward. And then reset. One more. Where's our white? There it is. I'm going to bring it to the forward. Now it's on the gray. And bring it forward again, so now it's on the side of the gray instead of the top of the gray. Okay. Going to bring it above its yellow. Bring it down to the side. That's one. That's two. Reset my gray. Okay. And then bring the yellow forward like so by offsetting my purple. And then resetting the purple. Okay, and the white's done. Ta-da! If any of you are just joining me, I'm Sunshine. I'm the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. This is the Minx. It solves Minxes as well, and I'm just playing with my Minx today. If you have any questions or comments or want demonstrations, I'm happy to do that. But in the meantime, until someone chats with me, I'm just going to keep playing. So I've got the whites done. Now I'm looking for the double bold edges. Here's one, red and blue. Bring it above the red and blue. Swing it down to match the center and slide it down into its spot. So up, down, and then I reset my pink and reset my gray. Alright, and looking for the double bold on the gray side. 1, 2, 3, 4, none of them. Here's one. Here's two of them. I'm going to bring this one to the gray side so I can work on it. Actually, are there any that are fortuitously lined up here? No. Alright, so I take a piece on the side of the gray, and I'm going to throw it to the side, onto the gray so I can work on it. Up, up, down, down. Okay. Going to move this one here as well. Why not? Up, up, down, down. Okay, so I offset my gray to move it above the green and purple. Bring it down so that it matches the green and purple. Place this one. And then place this one. This one wants to go here. If I move it down here, these three, and it will land there. And then reset my gray. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a blue and red. Bring it above the blue and red. Bring it down to match. It wants to go here, so I offset it right here, so it's going to come there. Up, up, down, down, and reset the gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides with no doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's a blue and yellow is a double. So I'm going to bring this one to the top so I can work on it. This row, this row. Okay. Now it's blue and yellow. Bring it above the blue and yellow. Okay. I'm going to slide it down to where it matches, and then it's going to go into this side. So I prime it again. And then I reset. Okay, so we've still got more to do. Here's the red and green. Let's bring it up to the gray side. It's easier to work from the gray side. Okay, bring it above the red and the green. Bring it down to match, and it's going to go here, so we offset it once more. Up, up, down, down, and reset the gray. 1, 2, 3, oops, sorry, that's resetting the gray. Haha. Okay. Looking for a double bold. Here's a purple and yellow. Okay. And here's a blue, yellow and blue. But here's a purple and yellow. I'm gonna bring it up to the bolt to the gray side. So I'm going to offset it so it's right here. I'm going to bring it to the gray side using formula V. And then I'm going to reset my yellow side. Okay. And it's on top where I can work with it. Bring it above the yellow and purple. Bring it down and match it up, line it up. Reset. Reset. If you mess up your resets, that's okay. You just start where you are and do your tips again, and then continue from where you were. Whatever you messing up is okay. All right, here's the purple and green, purple and yellow. I want to bring it to the top, so I'm going to prime it and use formula V to bring it to the gray side, and then unprime, and here it is. So bring it down, it matches. It's going to go to this side, so prime it up. All right, this side is done, this side is done, this side has one more, this side is done, so we've got two more we've got to find the yellow and blue and the red and green. Here's the yellow and blue. Let's bring it to the gray side so I can work with it. Okay. Yellow and blue, bring it above the yellow and blue, bring it down to match, and then lay it where it wants to go with formula V. Okay, so that one's done, that one's done. There we go. Okay, so one more, we're looking for a red and green. Here it is. Prime it, bring it to the gray side. Slide it down and set it with B. Slide it back up again. And now the white sides are done. Ta-da! Dun, dun, ta-dum. I don't have, where's my water bottle? I don't have my water bottle with me. Can't rejoice with hydrating. All right, now I'm looking for single bowls. Here's one, here's one, here's one. But the color's on top, not the front. I want them to be on the front, so I'm going to bring this one forward. Okay, now it's red, and I'm going to offset the gray to line it up where it wants to be, and then it wants to drop down, so I'm going to do that by bringing it forward, and these three are going to offset, and it's placed. Reset the gray, find another one, this one, okay, it's going to the green and blue side. Here's the green and blue side this way. So I offset the blue so it can land right there. Place it, and then reset the blue, and then reline. So here's 1, 2, 3 bold colors. They all need to come forward, so I'll do this one first. Okay, line it up above the purple and blue. Prime the blue so it can land. And then unprime the blue, so there's your last step there. All right, here's two more. Here's another one. Here's one, this one's already set, so we've got the red and the yellow. Prime it. And reset your gray. Okay, here's two more. Are there any other ones? Okay, gonna bring this one forward, green forward. Okay, and it wants to land there. So these three. B. And another prime, let's bring it forward. Another bold, let's bring it forward. Okay. Above the blue, and then prime it to the pink. Just Formula B from this point forward over and over and over again. Okay. Here's another one. This one wants to come forward. Offset it so that we can throw this piece over here. Actually, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, looking at the top. Here's one. Bring the yellow forward. And then above where it wants to be, prime it by offsetting the gray. Bring it forward. And reset. Okay. Nothing on the top, but there's something on the side here. This one. I'm going to Formula B to place this on the gray side so I can work with it. Okay. Offset the gray to bring it above where it wants to be. It won't bring it down by bringing it forward. Offset. Formula B. And reset your gray. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there, getting there, getting there. Here's another one. Bring it to the gray side. Okay, bring it above where it wants to be. It's going to come down by coming forward. So these three pieces. Reset the gray. All right, 1, 2, 3. Here's a yellow. Bring it to the top. Bring it above. Wants to come down. So these three. 1, 2, 3. It's nice the Formula B only offsets 3 at a time. Exactly what you want. Okay. Right. Here's a piece. I'm going to bring it to the top. This blue and green piece I'm going to bring to the gray side so I can work with it. Okay. Bring it above where it wants to go. Offset and set it. Just going layer by layer by, oops. Layer by layer by layer. Here's the yellow. Bring it to the front. Okay, bring it above and then prime it to land. Okay, here's 2 more. Let's bring the yellow to the front. Okay, above the yellow. Prime the green to land it. Okay. Bring the purple forward. Bring it above the green and green and orange, purple and orange. I know colors. Honest, I do. I just don't say the right words that I know. Okay, so we've got that side done, this side's done, this side's done. We're getting there. Okay, here's a red. Prime the pink to land it. We're getting there, you guys. I love when things fall into place. It's so nice when things just fall into place. It's like you don't really know if you're making progress at all, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. Okay, and then bring it down by bringing it forward. Prime the garbage piece. Okay, so red side is done, green side is done, purple side is almost done, but one more purple piece is all we need. So bring this purple piece to the top. We're getting there, you guys. Okay, purple's on top, wants to come down, so we do it by bringing it forward. Prime the blue for the garbage piece. And there we go. Okay, so white's done, and all of the prime color, all the bold colors are done. So the next step, we're still going layer by layer, because I'm going to, before I can do the gray side, I want to get this last layer down here done. So I'm working with, when I'm working with the gray and the edge pieces, I want to be working with just one layer at a time, that layer. So let's get these layers done and placed where they need to be. So this one wants to go here. This one wants to go here. This one wants to go here. All right. Of the yellow, of the orange and green, this is one, this is the other one. So let's put this piece to the top where I can work with it. And then layer that one. Let's set that one. Okay, so this one's done. We need a green and a pink. Here's a green and a pink, but it's not the right one, so we need this green and pink up to the top. And replace it. So that one's done, that one's done. We need a pink and an orange. This pink and orange is not the right one, so we need another pink and orange. This pink and orange. And then replace that one. Okay, so then two more. Blue and yellow. This blue and yellow is going to this one, so we need another blue and yellow. This blue and yellow will be the one we want. Place it to bring it to the gray side, line it up, and set it. And then blue and purple, or blue and orange. Sorry, I know colors, I really do. That one. Where's the other blue and orange? Here's the blue and orange. There it is. Line it up, set it. Okay, so now we just have the gray and one row. So at this point in time, I'm going to start placing the grays. So I have the gray offset to the side, and I find a gray and something in the row next to it. So I line up the pink to the gray, and I'm going to place this one here. I'm going to keep placing as many grays from this column, from this row, as I can until the gray is complete or one piece off. And then I will start working on, then I will reassess. Okay, that's not a gray, that's not a gray, this is a gray. So line up the blue, go to the side. Okay, that's not a gray, that's not a gray, that's not a gray. Here's a gray. Line up the yellow. Okay, 1, 2, there's No more grays. The grays are not complete though, so I'm going to offset a gray. And continue placing it. Okay, so gray and orange, line up the orange. Gray and blue, line up the blue. More formula B, over and over. That's not a gray. Alright, so the gray has two more pieces to offset, so I'm going to offset one of them. And the gray into the green, and then we'll just be down to one piece. When the gray is solved, or one piece off from solved, then we reassess. Okay, so this piece is correct. This piece wants to be orange and green, and that's all the way over here. So this piece has to come over here. 1, 2, 3 over here. Or, yeah, 1, 2, 3. But I'm not going this side. I got to go to this side because of where this one is. So this one's correct. So I'm going to bring the yellow and blue piece where it wants to be. So I've got to bring this piece to here, down here, and then here, and then here. So bring it forward 1, bring it forward again, and oh my gray is lined up. Alright, so I got to bring it forward again, so I'll just pick another gray to offset, doesn't matter. Okay, so this is correct, this is correct. The next piece to do is this green and pink. So this has to come forward and down. So I'm going to bring it forward 1. Then I'm going to bring it forward again. Just getting the sides built one piece at a time. Yay! Hooray! Alright, you guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back later if I feel like it. Otherwise, I'll be here next week. Have a good day. Be nice to yourself. Be happy.